Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLees. This is JLeesCorner. This is my special edition of review, the How to Get Away with Murder series finale. I used to review the show back a couple seasons ago. It got too crazy, and I'm like, I ain't got time to be figuring out the fronts and the backs and the forwards and the befores and the past and the futures. It was seemed too much. I gave the show up. Okay. However, I've always watched the show. The series finale came on today, so I felt it was only fitting, okay, to do a little recap of the series finale. So it was 6 seasons of this show. But first things first, if you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and welcome on JayBird, dun 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 dun, and all that goodness and stuff. Center yourself. It's also quiet right now in my apartment. My neighbor's music is off, so it's amazingly well, okay? Do not forget to also like, comment, and share this video. To also follow me on IG and on Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. Y'all know the link to all my social media stuff is in the description box under this video, as well as other information. Okay, let's get started here. So, how to get away with murder, okay? 6 seasons, okay? 6 seasons that had good and bad times. Good and bad times. Again, the reason when things got a little bit too much back and forth and I was getting confused and it was too much to break up or break down is when I started reviewing it. But it was really, really good for this season 6. As we see, this is the cast from, one side to the other. We got Nate, okay, Laurel, we got Michaela, okay, we got Frank, okay, Barney, of course, Annalise. I love that red jumpsuit, even though I feel like the pants are too long, okay. Someone should have really gotten that tailored, but you know what I'm saying, I digress. I don't know why Gabriel is dressed like a street dancer from the 80s next to Annalise. I'm not sure at all why he is dressed. He is really dressed like a breakdancer from the 80s. What? Jesus, fix it. Anyway, then of course we have Tegan. We have Oliver. Oh, there he is right there. Oliver, and then of course Asher, Connor, and then Wes. The season when Wes died, I was very sad. A lot of people said they stopped watching after Wes died, and Wes died at I think it was the end of season 2. Either season 2 or season 3. I believe it was the end of season 2. And we kind of seen it play out in season 3 and it went on from there. But that is kind of when I won't say got over the show, but I was like, I don't know so much. So the show was about Annalise Keating, okay? Annalise Keating, dun, 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 dun. We love her. This season was all about, the FBI and people trying to get her, girl, for Sam's murder, for Rebecca's murder, for every murder that had happened that she actually had nothing to do with. Annalise literally had been helping other people get away with murder for 6 seasons, okay? For 6 seasons, she had helped one person or the other get away with stuff, because we know, because Nate killed the DA dude, okay? We know that it was Wes and Michaela who ended up killing Sam and stuff. It was always, and Sam was the one who killed Rebecca? Barney. I think it was Barney who killed Rebecca. But again, she was on trial for all of these things that she had nothing to do with, okay? And Michaela's ass and Connor's ass and Asher's ass was trying to nail her to the cross as if she had did anything besides try to keep their ass out of jail, okay? So, this one episode was literally the trial. Okay, it was the trial. They had questioned the governor. They had questioned Laurel and them, Michaela and them. Nate was questioned this time. It was a whole bunch of things. Also with Tegan. Tegan confessed to her. Again, this is not going to be in any kind of order. No kind of order. I didn't take no notes. This is off memory, okay? So we know that Tegan, where Tegan at? I'm going to pop it in and out. It's going to be what it's going to be, okay? Tegan. Tegan, who we know, I love Tegan. I follow her on IG. I can't pronounce her first name for the life of me, but it is what it is. I loved her when I first saw her in the TV show Underground when she played Ernestine, as they say, Steen and everything. I love her since then. I think she's a great actress. Um, we know that she's a lesbian and everything, because she is in love with Annalise, and she wanted to help Annalise beat this trial. Okay, she wanted to help her beat the trial. And so in the between time, in the meantime, during this episode tonight, she told Annalise, I love you. I am in love with you, and I want you to allow me to love you. And even though Annalise is like, I may not be able to give you what you need, well, I want to still be there for you, because Annalise realized that she was still a bit broken on the inside or whatever. And a little bit down or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? It was cute to see it still happen on the television. Okay? We're going to leave that be. Okay? Now, also on trial, where's Michaela's ass? Where is Michaela's ass? Okay, I'm popping it picture by picture. So Michaela, okay, I feel like Michaela she kind of got what was coming to her. She didn't die. Okay, but I feel like Michaela was so gung ho to stick it to Annalise for some. I don't know why. I really, really don't. I don't know if she was upset because Annalise knew who her father was and she never told her, even though the daddy told Annalise to never say nothing, keep it a secret or whatever. But I mean, I don't get how you forget your daddy, but not Annalise, but there's not anything there. But she was willing to lie on the stand or whatever. And the deal that she gave the FBI, was it the FBI? Was it the FBI? Who was it? Yeah, it was Feds. The info she gave the feds, the deal she got was that she would not get any jail time. She would only get probation, even though she knew that Connor, where's Connor? Okay, I got everybody picture up here. I'm trying to be sure I put the right picture up when I'm talking about somebody. I think this is Connor. It's Connor? Yes. So her and Connor, okay, was the ones snitching to the popos, because they was snitching on Annalise, and both had their own little deal, okay, to get off. Now, Connor ended up having to go to jail for 5 years, whereas Michaela did not. And I feel like they had a right to be pissed at Michaela because she kept lying, acting like she had no time to get a better deal, and she had a whole better deal. So that pissed me off, okay? So when Connor was arrested after the trial, for him testifying or whatever, because he got, he was off for all other things they did. He was in 5 years. But where's his husband? Where's the husband? This man, okay, who always to me looked shocked when he was there when Connor was being arrested and Michaela tried to hug him. No, it should be you, Michaela. You should be the one going to prison right now. And he walks away, and then we see Michaela call Laura. Yep, Laura is back to, and Laura don't answer. Laura's phone cut off right now. It's because Michaela was kind of out for self, okay? She was always out for self, and we ain't like it. Laura ass came back as Rock's hard. Laura her goddamn eyebrows. Laura came back snitching and adding things that wasn't true because she's like, I had to do it because if not, they was gonna send me to jail. So if I testified and said what they told me to say, I won't go to jail and I can raise my son. Because we know she got a baby by West. Anyway, so she came back, but she got her some balls and she stopped lying and she told the truth. But Michaela and them was like, oh no, Annalise was, made West kill Sam because Annalise was sleeping with, I'm like, with who? Oh, she was sleeping with West. I'm like, wait, what? So again, Michaela and Connor was willing to lie on Annalise to get her arrested. So all of that came to a head in this episode because Annalise been great. Oh, and Frank. Where's Frank and Barney? We found out, okay, that Frank was the son of none other than Sam. Yes, Annalise's husband was having an affair. I don't know if we call it an affair, but no, it's not an affair. Annalise's husband was incesting with his sister when they were younger, and the sister got pregnant by her brother, and that was Sam. So Sam is the son of Sam. Girl, Frank is the son of Sam and his sister Hannah. And no one knew until recently, until they figured out that Hannah was the one behind all of this push to get Annalise, convicted for Sam's murder because the sister was upset. You didn't kill my brother. You killed my lover. It was nasty. And Sam been dead since season 1 or whatever. But I mean, this is his son. Gabriel is his son. What Gabriel cute ass at? Gabriel was his son. I mean, you think about it, people got angry faces, so I get to like the daddy. You know what I'm saying? And even Frank bringing up how Sam had him kill Lila, who was pregnant by Sam in season 1. Okay, which meant that he killed his sibling. Okay, now Frank never told Gabriel that they were siblings. Okay, he didn't do that, but he did tell him, bro, look, you need to give up on, you know what I'm saying, this whole thing with Sam. He your father, I get that, but he made me kill old girl, okay, who was pregnant with his kid, so he made me kill your sibling. Which made Gabriel take the money Frank gave him, and he finally left. So cool. But now Frank is aware that he is a child of, of the sets of the end, and it's kind of just nasty, whatever. But he said he feel like, Frank used him or whatever all these years, and made him feel like he was crazy and nasty, or whatever. I'm talking, my eyes drive me crazy. And I like how Annalise said, he made you feel that way. He made you feel like the worst parts of himself. You reminded him of how dirty he was, because with dirty ass, he was a sister. That's just nasty. I hate when my eye be like itching or whatever, but it's fine. Anyway, so again, it was a trial. And then we have Nate, good old angry Nate, okay? Now, good old angry Nate had been on the rampage for seasons after seasons, trying to find out who killed his father. Now, we all knew that Laurel Daddy, the Castillos, okay, and was it Governor Burkhead? That's Anna Nicole Smith's baby daddy name. Anyway, Governor Burkhead, and the Castillos was the ones all in on it. And the FBI kept trying to get Nate to snitch on Annalise, to lie on Annalise. And at one point, they was going to pay him $20 million, okay, to get up on that stand and lie. And so he said, okay. He signed a deal or whatever and got on the stand and told the truth, okay, that the FBI was the one who killed Asher. Oh, yep, Asher did. The FBI did have Asher killed. It was a one agent who was working with the Castillos. Okay, that's how T can say their names. The Castillos. Anyway, so, they had Asher killed. So he said, yep, they had Asher killed. And then, Hannah and the governor and the Castillos was the ones working together to take Annalise down. And not only that, the FBI tried to pay me $20 million. Okay, $20 million to lie about it. Annalise didn't do this or that. She didn't do nothing. It was all the Castillos, okay, the FBI, and then the people of the governor's office. And I'm like, okay, well, at least, I'm saying, cute old little angular face Nate came to a senses or whatever and did not sell her out in the end. But he told her the reason he told the truth was because he had been trying to punish her this whole time. He blamed her for things even though it wasn't really her fault. He said, but I realized I was the one who came on to you that first night in that bar that night when I was a whole married man. It was a whole married woman. So it's not as if it was just your fault. It was also my fault too. So I had to realize it's not all on you. And that was my first step into being able to move on, or to accept that. So Annalise, have a great life. And then he left. He was gone. I'm like, oh, okay. But at least before he left, he made sure he told some truths on that stand, okay? And I'm like, okay, Nate is real nice and whatnot. Okay, now who else do we have on here? I want to make sure that I kind of get everybody. Okay, all that. We then see the verdict. Okay, will Annalise be found guilty of murder? Okay, for all these people, again, for Sam, Rebecca, the DA dude, Hannah. Not Hannah. It wasn't Hannah who was on. I don't know. It was like 18 murders. But we, the governor who was on trial, on stand or whatever, couldn't find out she up in getting everybody murdered. Okay, I'm like, everybody getting murdered. We then see even Laurel Daddy. Okay, the man of the Castillos was killed in prison after he testified, that he ain't know the governor, he ain't know nobody. But when they had the little audio from, was a phone call between Hannah, who was Sam's sister and his lover, okay, and the Castillo. Okay, the Castillo, they were talking because they know the governor. So again, it was a whole conspiracy because she said, I did all of this to make sure that Annalise went down for Sam's murder. Boom, we know that she didn't do it. So luckily for us, Annalise was found not guilty for all the murders. And of course, she was relieved that she was not found guilty. So that's when we seen Connor getting arrested for 5 years. Now, even though Connor tried to say to Oscar, is his name Oscar, whatever his husband's name is, that I'm not gonna take no deal that gets me out of jail. I'm gonna divorce you so that you can live your own life while I'm in prison and stuff. I'm saying, because I don't love you. And Connor was like, I don't love you. I'm going to prison, leave it at that. And I'm like, well, that's not nice. So he was being arrested. He gave, is his name Oscar? I feel like his name ain't Oscar. I'm saying Oscar. It was Oliver. I don't know. It don't matter. Connor's husband. Okay, Connor's husband. Connor took the wedding ring off and gave it to him or whatever. Thank you for showing me how to love. I'm like, oh, that's so nice. And that's when he was mad at Michaela because, again, you right here with me and my husband getting arrested because of your ass. Because, again, Laurel got probation and Michaela got probation, all for testifying, but they allowed Connor to not get probation. Sneaky heifers. And again, Michaela and Connor was lying on the stands. I'm like, how did Michaela? Girl, her damn daddy. Anyway, so that was that. So again, she's innocent. Now Frank and Bonnie. Okay, now we know Bonnie has always loved Annalise and everything. Okay, but her and Frank was over. Her and Frank had a whole thing going on. We got a thing going on. It was nasty too. Anyway, Frank was upset with Bonnie because Bonnie was the one who told him, hey, I need you to know that your mama and your daddy was siblings. Okay, your mama was Hannah and your daddy was Sam. Okay, they was doing it and they had you. And she told him that, like, I don't want us to have any more secrets, because Frank had just told her that his secret was he still loved Laurel. And I'm like, a bit of me feel like she told him that so that he would like need her to get through it or something like that. It was just weird. But he said, Bonnie, one day I'll forgive you. Okay, one day I will. I'm like, well, okay, well, one day you will. So then we see, okay, she's innocent. And then they outside talking. It's like, y'all think the governor should be impeached or removed or arrested or whatever. We're going to see how that go or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy that I've been vindicated. I didn't do nothing. And then we see, Frank walking through the crowd. I'm like, where Frank? Because we all knew it had been prophesied, since the beginning of the season that Annalise was killed. That someone killed her. Who killed Annalise Keating? And we didn't know who it was, okay? And I'm like, oh, Lord Jesus, what's going on here? Okay? So I'm like, damn, they gonna kill her on the courthouse steps? So we see Frank walking around. I'm like, Frank look mad. I know Frank ain't gonna kill Annalise. Why would he do that? Like, what's going on? So then as he's walking through the crowd and everything, Bonnie spots him. Boom, I see you. And then he's walking through, like, where is he going? What's going on? Frank is walking over to the governor. Because the governor, one, conspired with Hannah, Frank's mama, to lock up Annalise for his daddy's murder. Okay, and then because of that, because the governor knew that Annalise had been told Hannah, I know you and Sam was bumping uglies and y'all birthed Frank, okay, and you need to come testify on my behalf about the governor, or I'm going to tell everybody that he your kid, okay? And so Hannah was going to cooperate. So the governor then had Hannah killed, okay, dead to the bed. And so Frank was pissed off because, like, you had my mother killed, you done put my lady Annalise on trial. You was a bad lady. And so Frank came to do what Frank do. And what does Frank do? Frank kill people. Okay, and Frank in front of all the people in the courthouse, outside of them steps, out of all the reporters, the police, the lawyers, the peoples, okay? He bow. I'm like, Frank, you open up. And I was like, no, Frank, no. Frank then killed the governor. Okay, so the person we see bleeding at the beginning of this episode, it wasn't Annalise Keating. No, ma'am. It was the goddamn governor, okay? The governor of the town who had been setting Annalise up ever since the beginning, okay? But with him shooting at a government official who had security with her, they shot back, okay? Who did they shoot? They shot Frank. Okay, now Frank is laying in Bonnie's arms, dying. So, please let Annalise know. Because, again, Annalise also lost her son, okay, baby of Sam, in a car accident that Frank caused. Okay, that Frank helped happen. So Frank felt guilty because again, I killed two of my siblings. Okay, two, not knowing they were my siblings. Okay, that makes me a. And he said, when Bonnie told him who he really was, it would have been better to just like not tell him what to kill him because again, I not have to sit with all this ugliness that I've done to people that's my family and where I came from. Okay, so now Bonnie hold him like, no, Frank, you can tell yourself. No, Frank, no, Frank. And, Frank lay there and he died. And then Annalise come over like, Frank, no. And now she crying because Frank dead. But then she realized, aha, not only is Frank dead, we then noticed that Bonnie was shot. But Bonnie was so in shock about Frank being shot, she didn't realize that she was shot. But Annalise does. And then she has to grab Bonnie because Bonnie kind of does, she kind of just pass out and everything. Bonnie, no, stay with me. Wake up, Bonnie. And Bonnie dies in Annalise's arms. I'm looking like, God damn it. Really? So, Connor's going to jail. We know Asher's dead. We know Wes is dead. We think Wes is dead. Michaela is she the only one left? No, she the only one left. But she off scot-free. And now Bonnie dead. And now Frank is dead. And even though, Annalise has Tegan who loves her and who will be there for her, I'm like, damn. Y'all killed Bonnie and Frank. And it was like a love story. Bonnie ran to Frank to try to stop and protect Frank. And she jumped in front of Frank, which is how she ended up getting shot. I was like, damn. And so we then see the funeral of Annalise and the beautiful photo of Annalise. And then, we're going to have someone speak on her behalf. And then we see Wes. Sorry. My mouth is dry. We then see Wes walking through after it sounded like we're going to have someone who knew Annalise speak. I'm looking like, so did Wes fake his death before before Laurel faked her kidnapping? Because how was Wes back? I was like, that's Wes. That's Wes. I'm like, is Annalise dead and she's in heaven witnessing her own funeral? So her and Wes came together to her funeral? Is that what happened? Like, where's Annalise? There's got to be a funeral heaven. You know what I'm saying? She's in the funeral heaven. The heaven in the funeral. That's what I thought. She was in heaven at a funeral. And she was with Wes. We then see Wes walking up. And then we see the person who's talking is Eve. The girlfriend of Annalise from way back when. And Eve is old. Wrinkle face old gray hair. I'm looking like, wait, what? We then see Wes walking up to stand next to Laurel. But Laurel is also old with gray hair. And I'm looking like, this the fucking future? I'm like, how was Wes the only one? Is he a clone? What happened here? What's going on here? And then I realized, bitch, no, we're not a clone. It's not the future. No, what is the future? Annalise lived to be old. She lived a long life, and she died of old age. The picture we kept seeing of her currently, which is one of many pictures of her, and the other pictures of her as she got older and older. So this isn't Wes. This is Christopher Castile, Wes's son, who looks just like his daddy. I was like, bitch. Oh, y'all tricked us. And we then see, old Laurel looking back and turning around. She then see old Connor, who's standing next to old Oliver. His name Oliver or Oscar, his husband. So they got back together. And I'm like, okay, now Michaela old ass wasn't there. But Michaela old ass was getting sworn in as a judge. So she became a judge. But I'm like, is she a crooked judge? Because Michaela, was not the best person sometimes. She was very, selfish. But we shall see. Anyway, and I felt bad because I'm looking like, dang, if she's a black woman, she made it through. But I'm like, I didn't like how she made it through. But she made it through. But the fact that they tricked us to make us feel like this is Wes. And no, this is Christopher, Wes and Laurel's son. And he's with his mom now at Annalise's funeral. Because now, she's older. She lived to be old. You know what I'm saying? Old, get SSI old, get into Denny's early old. get a discount, everything. Oh, she lived a long life with love and friends and many relationships. Because she said before that she's not, you know what I'm saying? She don't know what you can do. Because Tegan wasn't there. Tegan wasn't there. But, we then see all of that play out. How she was, she did this kind of work and that kind of work. We seen how Nate had opened up a center to help inmates get a job, out of prison. We see Michaela becoming a judge. We see Christopher all grown up, and then we see what is he? He's a professor. Okay, he's a professor at the old college. Okay, and he's walking in as a teacher. Okay, his first day up, maybe not his first day, but he's teaching a class called How to Get Away with Murder. And he's speaking in Spanish. Was it Spanish? I don't guess it was Spanish because I am Christopher Castillo. This is my class. And it's called How to Get Away with Murder. And I'm like, bitch, I cried. I bawled crying. Just seeing, this is what I felt about the whole thing. One, the ending scene being Wes's face as Christopher, carrying on the legacy of his mentor, Annalise, in the classroom of How to Get Away with Murder. I thought that was a perfect ending scene of it. Also, them showing us Annalise, because in her closing arguments, she said, I'm not a victim. I'm not. She said, look, I am a survivor. I survived, this and that when I was younger. I survived my uncle molesting me. I survived, my husband being murdered. I've survived losing a kid. I've survived this and that and that and this. I survived, I always had this mask on, when I was younger, it was a mask, to not show people that I was really bisexual or whatever. And I wore a mask at work where I put on a wig and wore heels and, did things to make other people comfortable with me. And I'm tired of wearing a mask, and I'm tired of not being able to say I'm a survivor. So seeing her survive so much and then live a long life, when we seen how much she had accomplished over her life, I felt like a black woman got what she deserved. You know what I'm saying? It was the perfect way to end 6 seasons in one episode. I have never seen a series finale wrap up. Shut up, Siri. When I said that, Siri topped up. That's not nice. But I wasn't talking to you. Anyway, but again, I have never seen a series. Siri, you better not say nothing. I have never seen the show have the show end, and they wrapped up the whole series perfectly. They answered every question. They outed every secret. They gave every character an appropriate ending. You know what I'm saying? I felt like we didn't need to see what happened to Tegan in her old age. What we knew was her and Annalise was in love at one point. Boom. Frank and Barney had a romance that was very weird and awarded, and I don't know. But she died protecting him. And I think that was kind of, you know what I'm saying? I think every character ended in a great way. Usually we have series finales and it doesn't really end well. It's always something that someone say could have been better. I don't think this show could have ended any better than it did. And the fact that even in 6 seasons and in the series finale episode, there were still so many twists and turns, because no one assumed that when we kept seeing Wes's face, no one assumed that they would just have Wes play Christopher. No one assumed that the funeral was in the future. It was these little things. So if you pay a little bit less and see an old picture of Annalise and not just a young picture, but I was like, oh, it was an amazing series finale. And I'm gonna miss the show now. I would have before anyway, but I mean, it was a really good episode. And I feel like from season 1, people really gravitated to these two characters, the relationship between them two. And so for him to come up and now be grown, and for his mentor to have been Annalise, I think is amazing. You know what I'm saying? So again, the series wrapped up amazingly well. Um, Shonda Rhimes writes great, and I feel like she ended this series at the perfect time. I almost feel like she should have ended Scandal like around season 5. But you know what I'm saying, I'm happy that she didn't make the same mistakes with this show that she did with Scandal when it went on just like one season too long. And this series finale was absolutely, in my opinion, it was flawless. I really feel like, because we kept on saying like, how can you wrap up so much in one episode? And it did need to be longer. Everything was wrapped up. Everybody's emotion and their ending scene made sense. Even when Michaela was crying because she felt alone, um, when Laurel number was changed, she couldn't talk to her. Kind of went away to jail, and Oliver Oscar, like it should have been you. I think that was fine. Even though I do think when she was being sworn in, it was two little girls that I'm guessing she had daughters. I can't think right now, but I think that's what it was. But yeah, I think everyone ended in a great way. So bravo, bravo, brava, brava to the show. Anyway, that's it, y'all. Y'all know, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on IG _her at J_Lees_Corner. And until next time, peace.